when people say the name Lyndon Knowles, what are the first three things you want them to spring to mind?
Heart, entertainment, and willing to fight anyone, anywhere.
What do you want to say to them?
Heart will get you through anything. You can learn it. You can learn it. I promise you. Just fucking bite down. This gets tough, man. Because he hit me hard. He caught me on surprise when I was there spinning stuff. He caught me with a big knee. Mate, if I weren't tough, I could have lost that fight. I promise you, my heart got me through that. I'm proud that my mum and my dad instilled that in me. I'm proud of myself today.
I think I sort of proved that. I mean, I went to the Ivory Coast. I don't know how many people went to the Ivory Coast. Everyone said, what are you doing going there? I don't regret it. I had the best time. I went to Australia. I know it didn't go my way, but probably won't ever go to Australia again. You know, so yeah, I'm willing to fight anyone anywhere. I know there's a lot of people that talk about the Americans that I won't fight the guys in America, but the problem is they all want to be brought over here. I've done that for 20 years. I want to be rewarded by going fighting abroad now. I'll fight anyone. Just put me on the plane and I'll come.
You've been in the game for more than 20 years now, so you've seen a lot of changes over the years. What have been some of the biggest changes that you've seen in the sport in the UK?
So there has been lots of changes, and there's still lots of same stuff as well. Like, still most shows are in the leisure centre, even though now you're getting more crowds. But then there is always, but even back in the day, there was always big shows like, what was it, Muay Thai Legends. You know, that was a massive show down in Croydon, Fairfield Halls. You know, you used to have Christian, Dylan White, Daniel Sams, all them guys, Stephen Wakelin, fucking Michael Wakelin, swearing, I don't know, that's a problem, but I did. So I've seen all that as well. So there's always been big shows, even 20 years ago, and now there's more bigger shows. So there's like 3 or 4 bigger shows, you know, now. So that's probably the main difference. And you go to most shows now. Most shows are busy. Like, you used to go to some shows before, it was quiet. Nearly every show you go to is now busy. So it's definitely getting more eyes on the sport. What's a good thing. In the UK, I mean, the hybrids come in now with one championship and these small gloves, so you're seeing some of that floating around. I think that it's good and bad. I think it's more good than bad, if I'm honest. I think it adds even more excitement. As long as the boys are being looked after, getting paid well, and they've got the good medical team on site and stuff, then I'm all for it. Yeah, so the main difference from back in the day, instead of there only being one big show, it's now 3 or 4, and they're more regularly. I don't know if that's the right word. More regular, like they're every other month or every 3 months, whereas before it was like one at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year. So that's what I'd say the main difference is.
We're looking more towards the future now. What's next in store for Lyndon Knowles?
I've had talks with one and getting a rematch with Alex. I'm just waiting on a date to be set in stone, if I'm honest. And for me, that's the last chapter I want to close out my story, if I'm honest, is getting on one. I've had the privilege to go and corner Jonathan and Liam and have some incredible moments. I'm sort of desperate for it for myself, if I'm honest. Like, it's the last little push.
Other than fighting on one to close out your chapter, what would be maybe 2, 3 other milestone moments that you can milestone moments that you can think about during your career?
Well, obviously winning my first world title was massive. Like, a lot of people, like, this is the day of Axe form room. I don't know if you remember Axe. Like internet's just, everyone's just slating everyone about everything. Like, you look back here and at the time you're like, wow, this is mad, but now it's like Facebook or Instagram, people are beefing over, like, it was that, and like, I was getting a lot of grief. I shouldn't have been given the opportunity to fight. I haven't had many A-class fights, but no one else was willing to take the fight. So what am I going to do? I feel like I got a little bit of criticism, and then to then manage to stop Christian DePaolo. I mean, he was UK #1 from 71 kilos up to 82 82 kilos, 84 kilos. He'd been there for like 10, 12 years at number one. I went in and stopped him in round 3, won my first world title. I managed to take 60 people up to Sheffield. It was unbelievable, mate. Like, I felt more of the home fighter than Christian, because I managed to sell most of the tables ringside. Yeah, it was fucking electric. And then we spent a 2-hour coach journey home with 50 people, stopping at services and just mayhem. Yeah, that's one of them. And then winning my WBC title is another one. It didn't go my way the first time when I fought Mattis, and then I managed to get it the second time. I mean, it's for me, it's at the moment, it's apart from the one belt, it's probably the best title to have. So hopefully I'll get it back in a couple of weeks. I would love a WMC belt, because when I grow up, I know no one likes it now. It's not got as good reputation with the UKMF. But when I grew up, I say, well, when I started Thai boxing, that was the belt to have, you know, with the Contender. It was all done from the WMC. So I'd definitely like to get one of them, and then the one belt, and then sail off into the sunset.
Now, talking about your legacy, one thing I have noticed over the last, maybe since I've been in the sport, is that you've been like you mentioned now, been in the corner for Liam and Jonathan at one championship. There's other fighters within the gym, such as Eddie Harper, who sort of the next generation up. What do you want to instill in the next generation of fighters that come through the Noy Academy?
For me, having a big heart will help you get through anything. You know, like determination, heart, it's the same sort of thing, but like the willing to get up when you don't want to, you know, the willing to keep fighting when you don't want to, because you know it only takes a split second in a fight to change. You know, you can be winning, one big shot and then it's over, you know. So if you believe in your heart and you can keep pushing, for me, I'm more about heart and grinding, because anyone can have talent. You can be born with talent anytime, like, you know, like, but you've got to be willing to work hard, and you've got to be willing to have some heart.
And another thing I want to discuss about is just the impact of the Noy Academy within the UK. I mean, you've mentioned a number of fighters, you know, who fought on one championship. What is it about the Noy Academy that breeds this, you know, top level fighters, or people that want to compete, not only compete, but are pushed and motivated to compete? 'Cause, I mean, there's fighters like Luke, who's recently come back from fighting abroad. You've got Shevket, who's he's fought on one as well, but also is UK number one. What is it about the Noy Academy that breeds that level of competition, that everybody's sort of iron sharpens iron, everyone wants to be the best?
Well, we're lucky enough to have the best coach in the world, in my opinion, in Christian. So that definitely helps when you've got the person that he lives it. He's always studying the game. He's always trying to improve us. I mean, he makes us accountable for ourselves. That's a good thing, you know. Like, it's down to us if we train. You know, like it's no skin off his back if we don't train. You know, like, so he makes us accountable for ourselves. What makes it. And then it builds a good team bond, because then we start relying on each other in the gym. Like, I'm desperate for Anthony to be in the gym. I'm desperate for Luke to be back in the gym. Sefket. I'm desperate for all the top guys to be in the gym. So we all communicate, and we're all trying to be together, and we're all trying to get better. So I think that helps a lot. I mean, I think there's a good atmosphere here as well. Like, considering I think we've had a UK number one in nearly every position. You know, even the girls. But there's never a massive ego. We all get on well, we all want to train hard. It's always fun, we always take the piss out of each other. Like, no one's too serious. I think when you come here, it's a good vibe, so that always helps. If you're happy when you're working hard, it makes it a lot easier.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot a bit. Out of all the fighters in the Noy Academy currently, who are your maybe top 3 favourite fighters? That's whether to corner, or you think that they're the next one. And I'm putting you on the spot here.
So I'm biased because I train Ellie the most. So Ellie is definitely, she's my little partner in crime at the moment. I've been lucky enough to travel around the world cornering her. She took me to Thailand a few times with her. So Ellie's definitely my favourite little partner in crime. And then, to be fair, like, I enjoy cornering them all. If I'm honest, like, going to see John is unbelievable. You know, he's in one championship title fights every fight now, and like just being around that for a week. Or I'm lucky enough to go and spend camp with him for 6 weeks now, go and train with him for 6 weeks out in Samui, do the whole thing with him. So John is one of my favourites as well, but that's obvious. And then top 3. Oh, I don't know, it's hard because there's so many. Like, I mean, I like cornering Anthony, but he don't listen very much, so that's always interesting. Like, I like cornering them all, to be honest. I mean, apart from Ellie's my favourite, so we'll just leave it as the one.